Judges, this is Haridev Verma and Adya Nair. You'll get 1 minute each, and Haridev, your 1 minute starts now.
HIV, AIDS, Ebola, COVID-19. These are not few names to be mentioned. These are human-induced diseases that humans cause from wildlife. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Haridev Verma, speaking strongly for the particular motion on this particular topic. Humans have no right over forest. That's a primary argument I have to give. And there are 4 point-based arguments for that. Today, the International Criminal Court has essentially stated that ecocide should be included for criminal prosecution because humans have destroyed several forests. Now, the recent laws passed by Indian government also proves this point. The Indian government passed the Biodiversity Act, which is now mentioned in Rajya Sabha. In that particular act, the government has clearly stated, legislation clearly states that 25% of Indian forests now could be used for construction, mining, and other purposes. The forest land, which is for the people, which is for the animals, is now being used for construction. Another basic point is how...
Right, your time has ended. Now we move to Adya. You will get 1 minute and your time starts now.
With the instances of man versus wild conflict intensifying with every passing day, the most pragmatic approach at this juncture would be to vest greater rights over forests with human beings rather than animals. And a three-pronged substantiation for the same would begin with the fact that what sets us apart, humans from animals. It is our exceptional cognitive faculties when it comes to innovating, creating, and shaping the environment around us. It is this very ability that helps us utilize the resources of this planet in the most optimum way possible, not just for our advancement as a species, but also for the welfare of every other species out there, and also help us step into the next stage of civilizational development. So in order to ensure that we are being able to fulfill this civilizational duty entrusted upon us as being one of the most intelligent races on this planet today, it is essential that we have control over forests or the resources within them so as to ensure the welfare of everybody. Now moving on to the next point. Unlike animals which can have affinity only towards species of their own kind.
നമ്മൾ ഡിബേറ്റിലേക്കാണ് കടക്കുന്നത് and your time starts now.
My worthy opponent was talking about the optimal utilization by humans. Shell company and several companies has been using forest resources and depleting the world. Let's take the case of primary example, Australian wildfire, which was caused by human-induced global warming. So in these situations, what we can see is not the optimal utilization of resources, but the use of resources destroying the particular planet.
Adya?
What my learned friend conveniently forgot is the fact that it is the members of this very race who are today completely involved in trying to create a sort of model called sustainable development. It is the members of this very race who've come up with reforestation techniques. It's the member of these very race who, via indigenous techniques, have been preserving forests and its resources for several centuries now. In fact, recent developments in scientific fields also talk about techniques such as genome editing or backbreeding, by which de-extinction is also possible.
The primary reason why we need all these methods is because of humans. Humans destroy the planet. Humans destroy the resources, the forests that we have. Those are the reasons why we have United Nations, organizations that are for this. But let's take the case of implementation of these policies. We have COP. What is the relevance of COP? The bench or the organization of COP is now essentially has oil companies running the particular organization. So considering that aspect as well, humans-run institutions do not have any power when it comes to protection because they have their own intention, that is profit-making.
My worthy opponent's arguments has only furthered my cause because it proves that though even if we as a race make mistakes, we have the potential to correct them. We have the potential to reverse those changes to such an extent that we act in favor of other species as well. The reason why things such as COP26 conferences or Montreal Protocol, Kyoto Protocol, Paris Convention, everything exists. The reason why we have legislations protecting animal welfare, protecting environment is because we as a human, we as a species can care for other animals and hence should have access to forest.
So essentially you state that we can reverse mistakes. The killing of dodo, the extinction of dodo can be reversed. 44,000 species are right now endangered. That is caused by humans only. So talking about making mistakes or reversing mistakes is a highly impossible task because humans created a system of exploitation of forest resources in a manner that people are using and encroaching into forest resources, which is essentially leading to spread of diseases like SARS, COVID, Ebola, etc., which is essentially affecting humans and animals as well.
Right. Adya?
My dear friend, what you're forgetting at this point is that unlike other animals which can only have affinity to members of their own species, humans as a species have certain qualities in them which include empathy, kindness, and sensibility enough to understand what is happening to animals. And this is precisely why we have organizations such as PETA or WWF striving to protect animal rights as well as environmental rights.
These human principles essentially kill people in Palestine and Gaza. So these same humans were the reasons why people are being killed. So talking about human principles and human mannerism, what we have to see that humans create problems and create destruction. And World War II, World War I, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, these are not created by animals as such. These are done by humans only.
Right. Adya?
My learned friend, the crux of the argument here is what precisely makes humans the more deserving to have rights over forests, which is the fact that we have a counterbalancing force within our race. We have members. On one hand, we acknowledge the fact that damage has been done to animals as well as environment. But in the same race, we have other members who've been striving to protect these species. And that's precisely why rights should come to us, because other animals do not have the capability to fight
Yes.
for such cause.
Protection from whom is the basic question. Protection from humans only. Humans can only protect animals from humans. Another basic point is that the government of India has a particular act for protection of forests. Recently in Himachal Pradesh, the founder of Patanjali was given open access to a protected forest to construct a statue over there. This is the legislation in India. This is the problem legislation in India. If you have power and influence, you can do anything and everything without any particular problem.
Adya?
First of all, I think my learned opponent has confused the fact that we must give more rights to humans to mean that animals are being denied of every single right that they have. That's not the point. The point that we're trying to address here is humans have to be vested with more rights so that they can act in the best interest of other species as well. And the fact that protection can happen through humans only is the entire point of the
All
argument.
these years, what humans have done is destroy the planet. All these years, what we saw was human taking over the planet and creating a system wherein animals are being killed. We have organizations like ICC criminalizing ecocide by stating that humans are inducing climate crisis, and these are not animals causing it. Not just forests, several parts, like several biodiversity parts, are being affected by humans, and humans are the only reason.
Humans
I
are
strongly believe that animals must be given more rights to forests, and humans should keep it away from them.
Yes.
What my friend seems to forget is the fact that humans, as a race, we have got to do what it takes to ensure that our species is surviving,
Right.
is advancing.
Adya and Haridev, your time has ended. Now we move to the question
And
session.
that forests belong to all of us, not just animals. Thank you.
Right. All right. Yeah.
Haridev, you were mentioning some recent laws passed by the Indian government, and I think you said 25% of the forest area is used for construction. But what were you trying to prove?
So essentially, Indian forests.
Right. Is that the question, sir?
Yeah.
Right. You will get 30 seconds and your time starts now.
Thank you, sir, for the question. Essentially, the point is, Indian government essentially states that they are protecting the forest. But in spite of these efforts, what we can see is the government essentially taking over these forests and letting 25% of the forest available for construction and mining purposes and for other production of lithium batteries and etc. So possibly what we can essentially understand from is that forest, which is for the animals, is now being used by people for their own selfish needs. So that is the basic argument, I would say, to put forward the point.
Right. So now we'll move to Adya.
Can you hear me, Adya?
Yes, sir.
You're a legal student, right?
Yes.
Now, probably you have a lot of acts that, tries for murder when it comes to human beings. And now you have spoken volumes for the sustenance of human beings. Don't you think, now probably, I'm a non-vegetarian. Are you a non-vegetarian?
Temporarily, no. And I was being honest. not
Do you think probably if animals also were to voice their concerns, emotion, things like that, a law should be enacted where probably, cooking a chicken for the table or probably a goat for the table should be also tried as a part of murder or,
Sir, are you asking my opinion on such a law being passed?
Yeah. I'm asking your opinion.
All right.
Right. The
Because
question is
as of now, everything is for human consumption. Animals are not heard.
Right, is the question clear?
Yes, well and clear.
So it's clear, right?
Yes.
You'll get 30 seconds and your time starts now.
So the entire planet has an ecosystem. There's a food chain, a concept that we learn in class 6, according to which there is a hierarchy in which animals exist. And the existence of such a food chain is extremely important and essential for the balance of the ecosystem that the planet runs on. So I feel being part of such a food chain, I understand where humans are and I understand where chickens and goats come from. I understand they will have concerns of being killed by humans per se, but I also have to, but as a human, what I would say is it is necessary
Right.
for the survival of the planet and the food chain, and hence an important step to do.
Yes.
I would not support such a law being passed.
Right. All right.
Survival
Yeah.
of the fittest is the law of the nature, sir.
Exactly.
Thank you.
So Adya and Hardev, thank you so much. Please do shake your hands before you leave.
Federal Bank Speak for India, Kerala Edition Season 8, in association with Madhur Bhumi.